What's up guys, I'm Noob Genesis, and today I'm bringing you another gameplay commentary, and this time it's on MW3, and as you can see it's TDM Hard Hat, and it's actually a TDM MOAB while playing solo, and I don't know, I think it's like a 3.5 minute MOAB. It's not bad, and you're going to see in it that I start camping at the start, I die, and then I get bored. I can't handle the camping, and that's kind of what I want to talk about in this video, and that's MOABs versus KEMs, and my personal opinion on it, like which I prefer and which I find more entertaining to watch. And I'm not as really much to go for, because going for a MOAB and all that, I'm not that big a fan of, because I'll leave a link in the description to a commentary I've previously done about it. But anyway, on to what I want to talk about. So first up, with the KEM strike and the MOAB. The MOAB is a big freaking bomb. Like, I don't know what the KEM strike is, I don't know what KEM stands for, but they have their little Levolution thing, but it's only on one map, as far as I'm aware. I don't know if it's different on, like, PlayStation 4 or Xbox One or whatever, but as far as I'm aware, it's just Strike Zone. And they advertise the whole Levolution thing is so important, like, so awesome and stuff like that, but if it's one map, I don't care. It's one map and it does a little bit, like, I'm not fussed. Overall, like, when it comes to aesthetics, both the fact that it's a big-ass bomb, and like even the little symbol, I think the KEM strike shares its symbol with like 3 other different kill streaks. I mean, the MOAB, you see that symbol and you're like, yes, I got the MOAB. But, I don't know, KEM strike, not so much. Next thing is actually the gameplay. This is probably the most important one for me, is when it comes to gameplays, when it came to the MOAB, it's all rushing around non-stop, like, because people would go for those quads and 5 MOABs or whatever, penta MOABs, and all that type of stuff, and to do that you had to be in their spawn at all times. Like, you couldn't do it while camping, it was impossible to get multiple MOABs in one game, that is. And of course that's so much more entertaining for me, and a lot of that comes down to where I think the difference in skill is, because a guy posted a 2-minute MOAB, so not MOAB, KEM strike, and it was incredibly fast. It's supposed to be the fastest at the time, but I didn't find it that entertaining, because it was on Strike Zone, he's literally camping on the stairs the entire game. Like the stairs down the bottom. Like that didn't really take much skill, because in this game it's about, like in Ghost, it's about having the positional advantage and using what you can, and he was just head glitching the stairs, so they couldn't shoot him, but he could kill them in pretty much 2 to 3 bullets because the game kills so fast. So to me that took less skill, and it was kind of advertised as something really spectacular because it was so quick, and I don't think the speed of it really counted for anything due to the lackluster. Well, there was basically camping. So that kind of bored me, and I see a lot of KEM strikes like that. It's understandable, but for me personally, I don't find it as entertaining. And that's just COD Ghost overall, I guess, though, with the whole dying really fast thing. But anyway, the next thing would be luck, and luck involved with MOABs and all that. I did a commentary previously, and I'll leave a link in the description down below to it, how I'm not a big fan of going for MOABs and KEM strikes, because I think there's too much luck and not enough skill. Like, don't get me wrong, there is a lot of skill involved, there is. But there's so many luck factors that it pisses me off. Like, and the main thing of the commentary was, overall, the luck factor and the frustration involved outweighs the fun I get out of it. So that's why I don't personally do it. But in COD Ghost, there are so many things that can kill you quickly. Like, there are so many like disadvantaged situations that a lot of these people who are going for these big MOABs, they go into a gunfight where they had to turn on someone to get them. And they did that with skill. Like, it was a bad luck situation, but they could turn it around. Ghosts, it's purely you are screwed. If someone comes up behind you, you're basically screwed. Unless you get lucky. And that kind of takes away a skill factor in the sense, and more puts it down to time and effort put into it. So the more time they play, eventually they're going to get the KEM strike, but more often than not, there's going to be a situation where they're going to be close and it's going to screw up. So that kind of takes away skill factor to me, and I don't like that. Another thing is, for some reason, I don't know why, because it kind of contradicts what I've just said, I think KEM strikes to me personally are easier. And what I mean by this is, when I went for this TDM gameplay that you're watching now, I played for about 10 games, and I got this. And normally it would probably take me longer. I think I got a little bit lucky in this, and I don't know. But it took me about 10 games. Because there's no theater mode in Ghosts, sometimes when I render, I can't record at the same time. And I don't really like sniping when I can't record, because I feel like if I get a clip or if I get a gameplay that I really like, I'm going to be pissed off if it's not recorded. So that's when I take my opportunity to actually actually Reg-gun. And when I Reg-gun, it took me 2 games to get onto a 23 gun streak. And the only reason I didn't get the KEM strike, it was going to take 2 more because I wasn't using hardline. The only reason I didn't get it was because the game ended. It was on kill confirmed and the game ended. I think I was playing with Skodicat, and he almost got one about 2 games beforehand. I don't think it's that difficult, personally. But anyway, let me know what you think down below, what you prefer out of the MOAB or the KEM strike. And before I go, a little added extra thing. If you saw at the start, Chookster actually messaged me saying he got his Elgato. So I feel like I'm going to be noob generous, and I will chuck his channel down in the description down below, because he is actually a pretty good commentator. He's still got things to learn, because he's very new to the YouTube stuff, but he is a good commentator, and he definitely shows a lot of promise. So I want you to go check out his channel. He posts both sniping and normal gameplay. But anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed the gameplay, hope you enjoyed the commentary, and as always, have fun.